has emerged from the shadows of antiquity with a peregrine on his wrist. Its dispassionate brown eyes, more than those of any other bird, have witnessed the struggle for civilization from the squalid tents of the steppes of Asia thousands of years ago to the marble halls of the European kings in the 17th century. And that was by Roger Torrey Peterson.
There's kind of phases you go through. The first phase is the fact that you can turn a hawk loose and it has the freedom of the sky. It comes back to you. I mean, that blows your mind. And I've been doing it for 60-some years, and I'm always still impressed. I can call a bird out of the sky and come down to me, and it has the freedom to go anywhere it wants to go. And that's a beautiful thing. And then they reward you by catching quarry or to see something in nature you'd never see, hardly your whole life. To see a peregrine come out of the sky at over 200 miles an hour and catch a duck or a pheasant or a grouse or a partridge. It's one of the most spectacular sights you'll see in nature. And all we do in falconry, in its perfect form, is just to capture that specialness of that beauty. It isn't about killing things. It was just an instant desire. I changed my major. I went and got a hawk. In those days you could buy them at pet stores. There was no hawk protection or anything. This was in 1958.
Falconry is a passion. It's something that is a way of life with you, and people that are around you don't understand it as much, and you shouldn't expect it. I'm Tom Smylie. I'm a falconer, and been working with raptors for 60 years now. Yeah.
Let's get you doing that audio again.
I got all kinds of stuff in here. Sandia Mountains with the tramway and the matchless mountains, and some of my pictures in here of the Sandias and how they were.
All the population growth around it.
Right. Well, I used to, as a ranger, I'd take people out on snowshoe hikes. This is one of the hack boxes. And then Brian Millsap just lives down the road, and he's in charge of the Eagle program for the federal government. Brian is. He's a hell of a guy. Anyway, and has emerged from the shadows of antiquity with a peregrine on his wrist. Its dispassionate brown eyes, more than those of any other bird, have witnessed the struggle for civilization from the squalid tents of the steppes of Asia thousands of years ago to the marble halls of the European kings in the 17th century. And then that was by Roger Torrey Peterson in his book, Birds Over America.
Nice.
And I think that really explains. And if she got the rabbit up, she got a molt ice cream.
Do you ever hunt?
And then there I am, that's Charlotte right there, crow hawking. And the hawking vest that you see here that the falconers use now, you've seen it, haven't you? We had these bags like that would just bounce off your hip and stuff. Well, the problem with that is when you go over fences and you're running, because crow hawking I had to run a lot, they bang and be uncomfortable. So I took this bag right here. I bought it at Cabela's. It's a shooting bag for gun hunters. They put their pheasants and stuff in. So my wife put Velcro and stuff on there, and I carried the pigeons and the lure, and then when I catch something, I put it in the game bag in the back, and then I helped, I designed that, and then falconers use that now for...
Wow, so that's the predecessor to...
Yeah, that's it from, and it was from crow hawking because I had to run with Charlotte. She's a hell of a bird.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
And then this is my bird show, and I trained the parrot, I trained it to fly to the kid's fist. During the show, I like to get the kids involved. It's just a bunch of bureaucrats. There's a bunch of us falconers. Jim Weaver, one of the founders of the Peregrine Fund. Dr. Granger Hunt, he's one of the premier raptor scientists in the world. Bob Berry, a zillionaire. Yeah. Ralph Rogers, a teacher in Montana for years and did a lot for falconers. All kinds of shit. Excuse my language. Other publications I wrote and stuff. So it's been a lifetime of doing stuff. There's a muley. Look at that rack on that guy.
Oh.
Up in Wyoming. And then this is Jamie hawking with me with a goshawk. There's my assistant here. There's I'm leading nature hikes up on the mountain, ecology hikes, teaching alpine ecology. There's me with a group of people as a ranger leading down the mountain. And this is just other pictures with the birds that we're doing. There's my son when he was a kid in the newspaper. See if I get some more raptor stuff in here. Peregrines, weekly cranes. All this stuff I worked on when I was with the government. This is our eagle studies. This is just articles on falcons and stuff. Here, this is the gal that worked for me when I was a ranger. And here's one of my golden eagles. Just trapped it, getting ready to release it.
Wow.
Now you couldn't take that picture now because that's all people's front yards and stuff. Here's a peregrine I photographed in the Dry Tortugas with my Hasselblad. There's one I just trapped. And you can see the bands we put on them.
Wow.
And then there's another peregrine with a band on it. And I'm flying around the country finding eagle nests. We did it on an airplane. It was so much faster.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice pic.
Yeah, one of my hunting eagles. Here's an eagle here that getting ready to release.
Just trying to get that glare out.
I know. And it's necessary for the light.
Here's my wrestling team.
Oh, wow.
That's when I was a coach there.
Oh, wow.
My boys, my animals. I'm doing cliff work here, the pictures. Took banding prairie falcons on the cliffs. And work the cadge out on the moors.
Oh yeah, like you.
See, and then you carry the falcons here.
Mm.
The dogs would get the points, and then we'd put the bird up. There you can see a falcon hitting a grouse. This is Jeffrey Pollard. There, he was a Bannister in England. Here I'm catching prairie falcons. So I did the real thing. There's the cadge with the falcons that I made. We're hunting down near Dexter, New Mexico. My goshawk with the quarry and major poles. This is Ronald Stevens, his castle in Ireland. You can see his birds out here, and he had a full-time falconer as well. Some more birds. That's a European sharpshin, which is called the sparrowhawk. Or, as you called it,
Shikra.
shikra. That's a shikra. Shikra. I call him shakra. I was wrong. See if I got anything else of interest here. There's some of my eagles. That's a nice shot of the eagle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
She's a beauty. Well, you can see how big she is. Well, my left arm was 1.5 inches bigger bicep than my right arm when I was eagle hawking.
That's true.
Falcons, peregrine falcons, baby falcons, owls. There's a baby prairie falcon and a baby eagle.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
together. They didn't even kill each other.
Not at that age. There's one of my eagles there.
Eagle will get a peregrine.
Oh yeah. If they're on the ground, that's when they catch them. They can't catch them in the air.
What about in the air? Can an eagle be
No.
killed by a peregrine?
They're hit by peregrines, but they don't usually kill them.
Eagles are tough.
Oh yeah. Air Force Academy birds. So you can see all kinds of stuff here. My early life in falconry. Later on I went to all slides and stuff. Here's an article I wrote on hacking of prairie falcons, which we started. This was at my place on the other side of the mountain, and then we were hacking them right outside my living room. And these are young prairie falcons, and we used that as, because peregrines were so rare at that time, that we used the peregrines to develop the hack method, and that's what I did there. There, Frank. These are some of the birds over the years. White falcons. I don't think any of that's much interest to you. This is old stuff. Here's an ornate hawk eagle from South America catching jackrabbits. They're beautiful hawk eagles. Just different birds I've flown and hunted with.
Wow.
Eagles that I've flown.
So how many birds have you hunted with?
Do you even know? Like,
No, I've lost track.
Wow.
I've got files on all of them though. You see, those are all my research papers just on doing the dry tortugas right there. They're all documented the day and what I caught. This is kind of junk. This is Aberdeen Proving Ground, where we hacked out the first peregrines on a military reservation in Aberdeen, where they did all the testing and stuff. And that's Dr. Prescott Ward. He's the one that funded my research for the tortugas in the Arctic, and this is a press conference we had about releasing the peregrines. Here I am sitting with other bureaucrats.
looking like a bureaucrat.
And here we go. It was interesting at the banquet that evening, the general was there, base commander. He said, I try to get the press out here to see our stuff with our new tanks and artillery and all the stuff we're testing and doing. And he said, I can't get them out here. You guys bring a couple of chicken hawks and it fills up the place. I thought that was kind of funny. These are baby peregrines we were putting out in the hack tower. That's Dr. Cade, Tom Cade, the founder of the Peregrine Fund. That's Dr. Stanley Temple from University of Wisconsin. Here you can see the baby falcons we got. That's the general. You couldn't get over that. And we brought the peregrines along just to show it for the press conference. That's some of the stuff that I did. My job.
When was the fund created?
Gosh, I wish you hadn't asked me. 73, I think.
73.
I'm pretty sure. Here I'm with baby eagles. This was my eagle project. And I roped into the cliff nest and banded the eagle that way. The only rock climber I ever saw that used a cowboy hat. I don't think there's anything else of interest to you. There's my goshawk
That's
head.
cool.
That's a European goshawk.
Whoa.
That was, what was her name? Hazel. And this is when we're flying by and looking at the baby eagles, checking the nest. See, what I started off with was going into those cliffs and finding them and stuff, and then we got them all marked, and then Irv and I flew them. And then I could look down at the nest and take a picture and see if it was active or not. And there you can see the baby eagle right here. And we fly by real close to the cliffs with the fixed wing aircraft. Merlins. Oh, here's one. Okay, hey, no, take a look.
That's his.
Oh yeah.
That's my Pakistani guys. This is here. Caught 18 chuckers that morning. And he's a former high commissioner in Pakistan. This guy here. These are all our falconry guys. Hunting with this eagle on horseback.
Wow.
My bird's on a cage. That's what I, Vince, that's what I used
you're
to
wrestling.
Used
You're
to
wrestling.
wrestle.
Oh, wow.
Young and dumb. More cool stuff. Here's my first wife with a Mexican duck. Charlene. She liked those ducks.
Oh, that's not good. Not with a peregrine man.
There's one of my Goldens.
Wow. Is it Yorking?
Yeah, my goshawk, and here's the film crew and Sherry and I when we filmed the movie Coors Western Outdoorsman and Crow Hawking.
Is that picture of
There's the movie actor. Yeah.
going the same speed? Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it passed it. It passed it.
Gravity's faster sometimes.
That's some movie star. I forgot his name. He was the host of the show. There you go. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Whoa.